The Inquisitor.
Welcome back everyone to The Inquisitor. My name is Jenna. I finally got the game going, so now I'm gonna speak to the stable hand about the
Horse,
saddle.
courtyard, balcony, stable hand. I talk, stable hand.
Good man. My saddle is broken. Find me another one immediately. I must be on my way to Calcaris.
Calcaris? I wouldn't be so hasty to meet with the devil.
Balcony, courtyard, horse, stable hand.
See if he says something else real quick.
I talk to, stable hand.
Devil, tell me what you have heard.
Some time ago, a tradesman passing through told me that the village of Calcaris is cursed. A demon infests the woods. It is a woman, with flames in her hair, drawn by 4 beasts.
How long has this story been going around here?
Since the early summer, Father.
So Father Corona was sent after the demoniacal presence was heard of.
What did you say, Father?
Nothing, my good man. Nothing your simple mind need worry about. How long will it take me to reach Calcaris?
At least 3 days. You will have to change your mount along the way.
That would be a waste of time. It is not necessary. This nag will take me to my destination.
But it will surely die from the fatigue.
Amen. And tell me, does Abbot Vinay know of these rumors?
Of course. Everyone here in Carcassonne knows.
The stable hand goes off towards the outer courtyard. Balcony, courtyard. Balcony, horse. Balcony, courtyard. I go towards courtyard. I am in the courtyard. Head of the statue. Wooden gate. Beam. Squirrel. Balcony. East wing stable. Towards Calcaris. I go.
It's not time to leave yet.
Okay, then what am I missing?
Towards Calcaris. Strange mushroom. Heavy stone. Long stick. Short stick. Twig. Stick. Monk. Head of the statue. Passing monk. Wooden gate. Beam. Squirrel. Balcony. East wing. Stable. Towards Calcaris. Strange leaves. Strange heavy stone. I take heavy stone. This place is tormented enough to wreak more damage. Heavy stone. Long stick. Short twig. Stick. Monk. Examine. Monk. Yes. Monk. Head of the passing monk. Wooden gate. Beam. Squirrel. Balcony. I go towards balcony. I am in the balcony. Courtyard. Main corridor. Shocked servant. I talk to shocked servant.
What are you lazing around here for? Don't you have work to do? What are you looking at? Are you perhaps dumb? Speak!
Main corridor.
Hey, buddy.
Shocked servant. Examine. Shocked servant.
A servant, thin in stature with a worried expression, who instead of working, spends his time chatting with his friends.
Main corridor. Shocked servant. Worried servant. Examine. Worried servant.
A servant, strongly built with a shocked expression. He's shivering with cold, or perhaps with terror.
Shocked. Worried servant. Examine. Worried servant.
A servant, strongly built with a shocked expression. He's shivering with cold, or perhaps with terror.
Shocked. Worried servant. Tapestry. Stable. Corridor. Courtyard. Main corridor. Shocked. Worried servant. Passing monk. Examine. Passing monk. We should not waste time chatting during the day. Worried servant. Passing monk. Tapestry. Examine. Tapestry.
A tapestry, woven with strong thread.
Stable. Corridor. Courtyard. Main shocked servant. Worried servant. Bald monk. Examine. Bald monk.
I do not intend to waste my precious time.
Worried servant. Bald monk. Examine. Bald monk.
I do not intend to waste my precious time.
Worried servant. Bald monk. Passing monk. Tapestry. Stable. Corridor. I go towards corridor.
Long corridor with a curtain at the end, which leads to another corridor. Halfway along the corridor, on the left, access to the porticoed corridor. At the beginning and end of the corridor, on each side, are the doors to two cells.
My cell. Library. Dark corridors and stairs. Bald monk. Balcony. My cell. Library. I go towards library.
The librarian's cell. Havoc reigns. In the center, the desk, with a rag to blot the ink, a quill in its ink pot, and various pots of colored ink. On the ground, next to the table, a number of dirty, used rags. Next to the desk, a table with piles of books, a knife, and on the ground, a locked chest. On the walls, shelves full of books. In the corner at the rear, a ladder. On the left, the exit out onto the corridor.
Librarian. Examine. Librarian.
The librarian. His eyes betray a certain fervor. Clearly he is hiding something from me.
Corridor. Librarian. Examine.
The librarian. His eyes betray a certain fervor. Clearly he is hiding something from me.
Antiphonary. Examine.
It is an ordinary antiphonary. But what are these strange codes on the sides?
Antiphonary. Copy of the antiphonary. Examine. Copy of...
It is a copy of the antiphony.
Antiphonary. Copy of... Bottle of ink. Strongbox. Corridor. Librarian. Copy of the antiphonary. Bottle of ink. Examine. Bottle of...
The pots of ink the librarian uses.
Copy of the antiphonary. Bottle of ink. Strongbox. Examine. Strongbox.
A locked chest.
Strongbox. Corridor. Librarian. Antiphonary. Copy of... Bottle of ink. Strongbox. Corridor. I go... Corridor. Corridor. I am in the... Corridor. Dark corridors and stairs. Balcony. My cell. Library. Dark corridors and... Balcony. My cell. Library. Dark corridors and stairs. I go towards...
I do not intend to waste time exploring the dark corners of Carcassonne.
Library. Dark corridor. Balcony. My cell. I go towards... My cell.
A rectangular cell. Against the back wall to the right, a wooden bench with a bed, a Bible laying on it. Opposite, a wooden table with some empty plates and 2 stools. On the left, a door leading to the corridor. Opposite the door, a window.
Disgusting spider. I tramp disgusting
The end you deserve, horrid creature.
Crucifix. Examine. Crucifix.
Now it is not the time to pray.
Crucifix. Corridor. Window. Examine. Window.
A window with very thick, shiny glass. It reflects almost as much as a mirror.
Window. Book. Bed. Crucifix. Corridor. Window. Book. I go towards... Book.
I could consult my notes, in which I recorded all the satanic apparitions I have come across. Done! I have managed to separate the pages and found what I was looking for.
What did I
The
miss?
devil appearing as a woman, drawn by 4 wild beasts and with flaming hair. It is Demeter, the fury of she, who, in search of her lost daughter, enters the kingdom of the dead. Demeter. I read of her many years ago, in a book that was as ancient as it was repugnant. Yes, now I remember. Homer described the infernal charioteer Demeter in the Eleusinian Mysteries, a forbidden book, which has not been seen since time immemorial. But here at Carcassonne, in the library, there is bound to be a copy. I must find Homer's book, and I will expose the abbot's sham.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Bed. Crucifix. Corridor. I am in the corridor. My cell. Library. I go towards library. I am in the library. Librarian. I talk to librarian. Good day, brother. Are you in charge of the library?
As far as I am able. And you are?
Father Nicholas Emmerich of Girona, here at the will of our abbot.
May I help you?
You may indeed. I seek a codex, written in Greek. It goes by the title of the Homeric Hymns.
The Homeric hymns? You should know that there is no place for forbidden books in our libraries.
It is surely wise of you to conserve only authorized texts. However, it seems to me that your library is rather modest to satisfy the needs of all our brothers.
Look around you. You will see that our library is not as poor as it may appear. However, the Great Plague of 1348 was merciless also on our community. Many of our brothers who so fervently pored over the sacred texts have since joined the Lord, and today, alas, increasingly few of them dedicate themselves to their studies with the required diligence.
And so, what do you do here? There seems to be little need for a librarian.
What would seem to you evidently does not match what the Father Prior believes. Not all truths are for all ears, and not all lies can be recognized as such to everyone. I alone, knowing which truths or lies the books hold within, have the authority to decide how, when, and whether to entrust them to those who ask, and maybe the importance of what I was doing when you arrived escaped you.
And what would that be?
I was copying the manuscripts we keep here. There are few of us left here in Carcassonne who are able to write, and the survival and spreading of knowledge and faith is in our hands.
If the library is as well stocked as you say, may I ask if you possess Bernard Gui's Practica Inquisitionis Heretice Pravitatis?
The Practica Inquisitionis.
Of course. Maybe you are not familiar with it. It would seem rather odd. It is one of the most famous treatises on the prerogatives and tasks of the Inquisitor.
Of course. You are perhaps interested in the inquisitorial activities.
Ah, of course. You could certainly not have known. But for a long time I had a rather practical interest in such activities. In my capacity as Inquisitor General of the Kingdom of Aragon. But for the time being, I'm interested purely in the theory. Though we can never know what the Lord has in store for us.
I am sorry about the book you request. I do not think I can help you.
Librarian.
Or can you?
Antiphonary. Copy of the bottle of ink. Strongbox. Corridor. Librarian. Antiphonary. Copy bottle of ink. Strongbox. Corridor. Librarian.
The librarian. His eyes betray a certain fervor. Clearly he is hiding something from me.
Antiphonary.
It is an ordinary antiphonary, but what are these strange codes on the sides?
Copy of the antiphonary.
It is a copy of the antiphony.
Bottle of ink. Examine. Bottle.
The pots of ink the librarian uses.
Bottle of ink. Strongbox. Examine. Strongbox.
A locked chest.
It's locked, but I don't know what else to do.
Strongbox. Corridor. Librarian.
The librarian. His eyes betray a certain fervor. Clearly he is hiding something from me.
Okay, first up is
Antiphonary. Copy of bottle of ink. Strongbox. Examine. Strongbox. Eye open. Strongbox.
It will not open.
We need a
Bottle
key.
of ink. Strongbox. Examine. Eye open. Examine. Strongbox.
Okay.
A locked chest.
So where do we find a key?
Strongbox. Corridor. I am in the corridor. My cell. Library. Dark corridors and stairs. I do not intend to waste time exploring the dark corners of Carcassonne. Bald monk. Examine. Bald monk. I do not intend to waste my precious time. Bald monk. Examine. Bald monk. I talk to bald monk. Dark corridors and stairs. I do not intend to waste time exploring the dark corners of Carcassonne. Balcony. My cell. Library. Dark corridor. Balcony. My cell. Library. I go towards library. Examine library. I go towards library. I am in the library. Librarian.
And the librarian. His eyes betray a certain fervor. Clearly he is hiding something from me.
Copy of the antiphonary.
It is an ordinary antiphonary, but what are these strange codes?
Copy of the antiphonary. Bottle of ink. Examine. Bottle of ink. I take. Bottle of ink. Examine. I take. Bottle.
I don't know what I could use them for.
Copy of the antiphonary. Bottle of ink. Strongbox. Corridor. Librarian. Antiphonary. Copy of the antiphonary.
It is an ordinary antiphonary, but what are these strange codes on the sides?
Copy of bottle of ink. Strongbox. Corridor. Librarian. Antiphon. Copy of the antiphonary. Bottle of ink. Examine. Bottle of ink. I take. Bottle of ink. Examine. I take. Bottle.
I don't know what I could use them for.
Librarian.
The librarian.
Antiphonary. Librarian. Antiphonary. Copy of the antiphonary. Bottle of ink. Strongbox. Corridor. Librarian. Corridor. I am in the corridor. My cell. Library. Dark corridors and stairs. Bald monk. Balcony. My cell. Balcony. I am in the balcony. Stable. Corridor. Courtyard. Main corridor. Shocked servant. Worried servant. Tapestry. Examine. Tapestry. I take. Tapestry.
Now the tapestry is in the right place.
Okay.
Bald
Go to the
monk.
main corridor and see what happens.
Examine. Bald monk. I talk to. Bald monk.
I am busy.
Passing monk. Examine. Passing. I talk to. Passing monk. We will talk up. Worried servant. Examine. I talk to worried servant.
Forgive him. He is not dumb, but has just seen a terrible vision. He saw the devil in the sky. He fears that he has been damned for his sins.
What devil? Make him talk, before I am the one to punish him for the sins he evidently feels guilty of. Come now, tell me. Confess what you saw, and let me be the one to judge.
Forgive me, Magister, for what I have seen in the sky has terrified me. A demoniacal vision.
Okay, got something there.
Shocked servant. Main corridor. Worried servant. Shocked servant. Worried servant. Shocked servant. Examine. I talk to shocked servant.
From over there,
Yes, Magister.
tell me, isn't that where the village of Calcaris lies?
Yes, Magister. It is indeed in that direction.
What were you doing when you saw her?
I was cleaning. As you know, there are few bathrooms here, and everyone does their business in the corridors.
Breathe deeply.
But, Magister,
Do as I say! Let me smell your breath. You have not been drinking. You are sober. So you really did see her, I imagine. A vision in the sky. Come, tell me all that you saw.
a woman, huge, made of clouds and light. She rose up into the sky from down there.
Try to be more precise. What was this woman like? Describe her.
Beautiful. A proud gaze and splendid breasts and shapely legs.
I don't want to know how she awakened your shameful instincts. Mind well. Describe the details to me.
She had a quiver and a bow over her shoulder and the moon shone brightly from her forehead. The pagan goddess Diana.
Silence! And forget the name that you have just spoken. Very well. I understand. Do not mention this vision to anyone. And do not fear for your souls, because I absolve you of your sins.
God bless you, Magister.
Now, out of my sight. Leave me alone. I must pray.
What the servant said. Is it true? Or merely the imagination of a fool? Towards Calcaris. That is the direction I must look in. And see how and if Satan decides to show himself. Perhaps I will have a vision of the goddess Diana. Or perhaps the certainty of the overactive imagination of a servant. Menu. Return to game. Saving. Game saved.
And I will stop here. So we got a lot of information on this woman or pagan goddess. So that's a good start. If you want more, I'll do more whether you want it regardless. Until next time, bye.
Map. Press with one finger.